Hey guys, and welcome to this brand new update video. So in today's update video, we're going to check out a brand new side quest that Star Stable released today. Today's side quest is all about the circus, Ydris, and Isabel Fig. So yeah, I'm really excited to be honest. Now, Ydris is organizing auditions for a role in the circus, and Isabel Fig is definitely interested. So in today's video, we're going to see how that goes. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this new quest line. This quest starts with Isabel Fig. As you can see, she is right over here behind this tree near the circus, and also it might be important to mention that in order to be able to play this quest, you must have completed the quest chain where you help Isabel Fig with her performance in Fort Pinta. So that has been a while, to be honest, so you might not really remember who she is. I will link my video on that quest in the upper right corner in case you do want to watch it. I'm gonna have to search for it though because it's been a while since we've seen her around. But anyway, you need to go to Isabel Fig to get started with this quest. So let's take a look what she has to say. Hello, honey pie. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm crouching in the bushes. Well, you see, if I told you, the surprise would be ruined. But for you, my dear, I can explain. I'm preparing for my grand entrance before I swoop in and steal the show. You haven't heard? Ydris is holding auditions for his tremendous traveling show. Oh, that's interesting. Exciting. Why aren't you in line? Yeah, I'm gonna ask that. I must confess, I'm simply not ready. I've dreamed of the day I'd get to work with the wonderful wizard Ydris, but now the day has come. I believe in you, Isabel. Oh, sweetie, you're too kind. Good grief, what am I doing hiding in the trees and fretting? Diggory and I are born performers. By the way, I think Diggory is her little ape, which is really cute, by the way. And now we're traveling to Ydris, and let's see what he has to say. The greatest traveling show this land has ever seen will soon begin, but first it is time for the auditions. Yes, it's me, the Anastasia Silverglade. The auditions are over, darling. You found your star. Okay, she's kind of funny because she's so sassy. I kind of like that. Interesting. Your attempt at impressing me has succeeded in doing the exact opposite. Next, please. Gadgets and gizmos, trinkets and widgets. Whatever you need fixing, Big Bonnie is here to do it. This is a talent show, not a job interview. Next. Okay, he's sassy today. I like that. Sir, I have heard that you intend to execute a traveling show around Jorvik. I must remind you that under the jurisdiction of Law 782B, it is forbidden to... Run along, monsieur. Your song and dance does not impress the great Ydris. Next. And then we have a horse, which I think this is a new coat color of the Knabstruppers. That is so adorable. I would really love to see this coat available for purchase because that is really pretty. And then Ydris says, halt, stop everything. Everyone else can leave. The auditions are over. This horse, his markings, how magical. What is your name, Malbu? Espen, what a splendid name. Would you so kindly grace us with your presence and take center stage in our glorious traveling show? And then the horse snorts, which I suppose is yes. Yes, at long last, I have found the star that I have been looking for. One and all, feast your eyes upon this wondrous being. Oh my god, he is so extra today. I don't know what's going on. He's very extra. Also, we just saw that coat in like full. Here's a screenshot of it, and honestly, I would buy it if it was available for purchase, so hint hint, Star Stable. I can't believe it. He picked a horse over us? Jorvik is full of horses. It's quite an impressive horse. Whose side are you on? You could get the same effect by painting black spots on a white horse, for heaven's sake. Like in those PP movies. Oh my god, PP movies, those were my childhood. I loved those movies, specifically because the horse was in it. Anyway, I can introduce you to Ydris, I say. So let's go ahead and go to Ydris, I suppose. But before we talk to Ydris, I'm gonna take a look at this horse's coat because I really do like it. I mean, the spots are not too big, which is one of my complaints when it comes to the Knabstruppers, and it's just not too exaggerated, and I love the face as well. Cute! I wish we could buy this in Star Stable, you guys, and maybe we can in the future. Maybe. I mean, just maybe. But anyway, let's talk to Ydris. Did you perhaps come to see this divine horse that has graced us with his presence? He will mesmerize all the people of Jorvik once the traveling show begins. Who is this stranger dressed in circus attire? A competitor, perhaps? No one can compete with the grand ringmaster Ydris. What is it? There is no time for small talk. I have something extraordinary to show all over Jorvik, and it can't wait. I must begin my traveling show immediately. 3 locations, 3 unique spectacles, and 1 extraordinary talent. Did you have something to ask ask me? Mr. Ydris, it is an honor to make your acquaintance. I am the one and only Isabel Fig, illustrious illusionist and spectacular street magician. Pick a card, any card, and in just 10 seconds I can... card tricks. How quaint. I'm afraid I was looking for someone with real magical abilities, but you can watch as a member of the audience as we begin our performance starting in Jarlaheim. But magic isn't real, it's all an illusion, and how can a horse be a better performer than me? Smirk. He smirks. That is also kind of cool, but also rude towards Isabel, so we're not going to do that, Ydris. Listen to us, please. You are more than welcome to follow the footsteps of the traveling show and learn from this beautiful horse I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna look that up for a second. The intricacies of a true spectacle, but now I must bid you adieu. So, Ydris doesn't want Izabella in his show, which is a problem, because we promised her to help her get into the show, so I think that this is going to be an interesting quest. Ydris doesn't know what he's talking about. What could I learn from a dumb horse anyway? Unless he was putting me up for a challenge. Yes, that's it. Challenge accepted. I'll prove to Ydris just how remarkable Isabel Fig and Diggory are. Then he'll be begging me to be the star of the show, and then we have to follow Ydris to Jarlaheim, so... Actually, I'm gonna call for pickup because that's easier. My home stable is Jorvik Stables, so let's go to Jarlaheim. Okay, so Ydris's first show is here in Jarlaheim, so let's talk to him again, I guess. The two little bunnies come chasing after the hare. Welcome to my traveling performance. It's not a spectacle without the spectators. Run forth and gather all the little lemmings. 8 should do the trick. So now we have to invite 8 people to come watch Ydris's show, so I'm gonna do that very quickly. The postman is invited. And then over here I see on my map are more people. Oh, right there. How did I miss that? I'm truly turning blind, you guys. And then I'm gonna do the other 6, but sped up, and then I'll be right back. We are done inviting all 8 people, and then now let's talk to him again. You managed to invite all these people. Spectacular. One and all, kindly take a seat. The spectacle shall commence in the blink of an eye. Okay, so we actually get to watch this show right now, you guys, which is gonna be fun. So I'm gonna sit down and watch the show. Also, I think I'm gonna turn on my sound because that might be really interesting too. So let's turn up the master volume and then let's see what happens. So let's go ahead and sit down and watch the show. Okay, so that was it, and honestly, that was not really that impressive. Also, there was little to no music, so I think I am gonna try to cut that out, which is maybe one of my little points that I have for Star Stable. I would have liked some music to go with this show. I would have. Anyway, gonna turn the volume down again, and we're gonna talk to Isabel Fig because she is most likely not gonna be impressed either. Good grief, poor Espen is scared out of his spots. The first show went terribly. Whatever will Ydris do now? How disastrous. Espen is shaken to the core, all because of Zin's cluelessness. I don't know if that's how you pronounce this name, but I tried, okay? So let's move on. Now Ydris will have to find a replacement rider, but fear not, I can save the day. And then her monkey gibbers. What was that, you cheeky monkey? You think Espen is fancy? Oh, Diggory, don't tell me you're warming up to him. Now we really must console Ydris after the catastrophe of his first show, and I can let him know that I will graciously take Zin's place as Espen's rider. Actually, that would be kind of cool to like implement 2 actors instead of just 1. I like that. Ydris, I'm so sorry about the mishap of your first show. It's clear that Zin is not fit to ride Esben, so I humbly volunteer as a replacement. I shall be the star of the show. Are you doubting the integrity of my grand traveling show? There's no need to replace Zin. He's perfectly capable. Esben merely had some stage fright. Again, Ydris is not letting us in. Why is he not letting us in? Let us not talk of this any longer. We must move on to the next spectacle, and that one is gonna be in near Wolf Hall Inn. So I'm gonna take the trailer here in Jarlheim and go to Wolf Hall Inn to try to convince Ydris again that Isabel is fit for the show. Okay, we're arriving at Wolf Hall Inn, and I suppose that right now we have to watch the second show, and I doubt that this one will be any better as the previous one. You, prepare Esben for the show. I'm too busy. He needs to be fed and watered. There's a well and some hay up the slope. So from all of a sudden, we have to take care of Esben? What is this? Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, so we got the water and the hay up there, and now we have to feed it to Esben. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna get into the second show, I suppose. Never mind, Zin is missing, probably because he is embarrassed about the previous show, which I totally understand. So I have to get seated for the show, and the show is gonna happen... Where is the show gonna happen? I don't see it. Oh, there's seats right here at the cafe. That is not really that professional, but anyway, let's take a look at this next show. Oh my god, he just got thrown off like crazy. And Esben's running off, you guys. Diggory, my sweet pea, where are you going? We have to find my dearest Diggory. He ran after Esben. They can't have gone too far. So I'm gonna pick my horse, run after Esben, I suppose, and also trying to find Diggory, which is right over here. So let's go ahead and try to catch him. He's literally just as fast as my horse, so this is gonna be a whole task. Oh yeah, I figured that Esben would have ran back to the circus. That's pretty logical. You see the hearts over here? I think Esben and Diggory are having some kind of love affair or something. That is weird. No, Diggory, bad monkey. You shouldn't fraternize with the enemy. No, Diggory, bad monkey. You shouldn't fraternize with the enemy. Wait, watch. Diggory is calming Esben down. What's that, dear? You want to be Esben's friend? But he's the reason we're not performing. Doesn't that upset you? I suppose you do look sweet together, like something straight out of a movie. How can we guide Esben to Silverglade Winery? He's too shaken up to walk alone. What did you say, Diggory? You think I should ride Esben back to the winery? Yes, Diggory, of course. You can ride on his back with me, if that's okay with you, Esben. And then Esben nods. So Isabel Fig, I suppose, is going to get on Esben's back, and we're going to go to Silverglade for the last performance. Isabel's a real fan, you guys. She's a real fangirl of Ydris. I mean, she is bringing Ydris's horse back like that. That's pretty insane. She's a real fangirl. Is she gonna go any faster than just the walk animation? Because, girl, you're slow, and how are we ever gonna get over this fence? There's a gap here, never mind. And obviously, she also talks throughout the little ride, so yeah, I'm gonna ride to Silverglade Manor with her, and then I'll be right back when we have arrived. Okay, you guys, so here we are at Silverglade Manor, and Ydris says, aha, I see you have found the star of the show, and in the nick of time. Esben seems particularly tranquil. How interesting. At long last, you have returned. My mind was fraught with worry about the fate of the traveling show until now. Unfortunately, I have been left with no other option than to cancel the show. I feel that my jester Zin doesn't harmonize well with Esben. He holds back the talent and skill of our star. Ydris, I have the most perfect solution to your problem. Speak then, illusionist. What did you have in mind? Well, Diggory here has developed a bond with the lovely Esben. They're practically inseparable, right, dear? And then the monkey says whoop whoop, which is kind of cute. Precisely, I also think that Esben would flourish if he had his best friend with him during his performances. But a monkey can't ride a horse alone, so I would need to be with Diggory, of course. Please, Ydris, let Diggory and I perform in the show. That is quite interesting, a proposal indeed. Allow me to ponder the possibility. Evidently, not only has the primate developed a close bond with the horse, but the willy illusionist can communicate with the monkey too. Your proposal is accepted. We have found our replacement rider, thus the show will go on. Thank you so awfully much, Ydris. Diggory and I are honored to have this incredible opportunity. We did it, Diggory! We're finally performing in Ydris's glorious traveling show. Isn't it a dream come true? You're right, sweetie. Performing with Esben will be a treat. After researching the Knabstrupper and the brief experience I had riding him, I realized just how flippant I was being. Esben is lovely. I can really see what all the fuss is about. My apologies for interrupting your fascinating exchange, but I've just gotten word that the Baroness will be in the audience for our grand finale. The stakes are higher than ever before. Are you certain you can fill this role? I promise with all my heart to put on the most awe-inspiringly magical show that Jorvik has ever seen. Izabella, what do you say of this? I say yes. I think this is going to be great. Your enthusiasm is uplifting. I look forward to the final show with bated breath. Very well, Isabel Fig, the stage is yours. So I suppose that we're now going to watch the latest show, the last one for today. And in this one, Isabel Fig is going to star. So I'm really excited. We have done another good deed, and then now we're going to watch the show. So let's go. Here we go. There comes Isabel with Esben as well as Diggory. They look so cool. She is standing on Esben with one leg. Okay, that is impressive. Finally, something I can compliment the show for, so thank you, Isabel, you're amazing. That was it for the show. I thought it was much more impressive than the previous two, so I think we did a good deed today, and I'm really happy with this quest. So this was the quest, I suppose. We also got this saddle pad, which, where is my horse? I lost my horse. Where's my horse? Oh, here is my horse. Why is my horse all of a sudden here? Okay, that's kind of weird. Anyway, we did get a saddle pad, which I want to show you, and honestly, it's kind of pretty. It does have swiftness +2 as well as agility +2, so it does have stats, which is nice. Anyway, let's listen to Isabel one last time, and then I think the quest is pretty much done with. Oh my word, we did it! Did you see how wonderful we were all together? Yes, I certainly did. I really loved the show, especially compared to the previous two, so that was great. Even the Baroness herself came to me after the show and praised us. She absolutely adores Esben, and so do I. Seems like you're bonding already. I can't help it. I have a soft spot for him. We couldn't possibly be torn apart now. And darling Diggory is head over heels for him, aren't you? And then the monkey chatters. Oh, Diggory, you are an angel, and yes, Esben, you too. It will be the three of us from now on. The tremendous theatrical trio, Isabel, Diggory, and Esben. That was such a tongue twister. Like, that was hard. Anyway, I'm so glad I finally got what I wanted. I mean, that we got what we wanted. You are a gem, Izabella. Without you, I would have never had the courage to approach the incredible Ydris, and Diggory and I would have never become friends with Esben. Thank you ever so much. And there they go, riding off, and then this was the end of today's quest line. Now, let me very briefly give you my opinion. I liked this side quest. I think it was very interesting. It teaches you something about friendship and how you should never judge someone before you get to know them, even though this was not a someone, this was a horse, but it's kind of the same thing in Star Stable. Other than that, the only constructive criticism I have is that I would have loved some music in the shows, but other than that, this was great. Now, I do want to ask you guys what you think of this new side quest line, so go ahead and leave your opinions down below in the comments. I would love to read them. And then now, let's move on to the teaser, which is really exciting. Coming next week, we have Rhiannon, who will introduce us to soul riding, and also Gary Goldtooth is on his way to Silverglade, so we have a giant update next week, and I am really excited for more Jorvik Wild Horses, hopefully, and also the soul writing thing, because here are the teasers I showed you a few weeks ago and it looks really cool. So I'm really excited for next week. And with that being said, we have come to the end of today's video. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you would like to see more videos of mine, then all you have to do is go ahead and subscribe down below, as well as turn on your notifications so you'll never miss out on any videos I post. And yeah, I hope you'll have an amazing rest of your week, and I really hope I'll see you back on Saturday as well with a brand new video. So until then, bye guys!